It feels so satisfying to see this area so empty here in the morning at around 9:50 am. This usually never happens. हाँ, वो लॉकडाउन में बिल्कुल अच्छा नहीं लगता था देख के, बट आज क्योंकि बहुत दिनों बाद देखा है तो एक सेटिस्फैक्शन सा है कि यार ये लेन भी खाली रह सकती है. लेट्स गो इनसाइड एंड गेट आवर वर्क डन. हॉलीडेज, बट आई एम हियर फॉर एन इम्पॉर्टेंट मैटर. I really love the fact the way the checking people are doing their work at Rohini Court. I don't think it's causing any trouble. I know कि थोड़ा सा लेट हो जाता है, आपको 1-2 मिनट लग जाते हैं एक्स्ट्रा, कभी कभी 5-10 मिनट भी लग जाते हैं अगर भीड़ हो तो. बट नाउ आई एम सेटिस्फाइड क्योंकि एटलीस्ट हमें पता है कि वी आर प्रोटेक्टेड. मे बी दोज एंटी सोशल एलिमेंट्स विल नॉट बी एबल टू गेट इन साइड, बट हु नोज, वी शुड डू आवर जॉब बेस्ट एंड दे आर डूइंग इट.
The hearing was conducted very early because there was only one case listed for the day, not many cases were there. The judge insisted on getting the case relisted after the vacations, but we made it a point to convey some of our arguments and to convey our urgency and to say what we should have said. And the next date that we have been given is after the vacations. I will keep you updated.
You know how difficult it is to get anticipatory bail. It's even more difficult to get it cancelled. It's actually very difficult, and in fact it should be difficult to get any kind of bail, any kind of favourable order that you have got to be cancelled. Bail is the actual rule that the courts have, and jail is the exception, as we all know. So we had a case today which was very urgent. That is why it was listed in the vacations today, because an anticipatory bail is to be cancelled on the ground that the accused who was granted this bail, the accused who was granted this anticipatory bail has been in fact violating all the conditions of the bail, all the statutory conditions, all the conditions that were given in the order fearlessly. He has been trying to tamper with the evidence, he has been trying to influence the witnesses. Moreover, he has also been trying to scare the prosecutrix, and it's a rape case. It's a matter that involves section 376 of the IPC. So that is why we were here. The opposite party has sought some time, the accused has sought some more time. So I'll keep you updated on what happens there. Moreover, we have a few more consumer matters to be filed today, so we'll be doing that. And you can see how empty is the court today. This is the chamber building, this is the bar association office. So this like compromising on the security. Again, I'm repeating that. हाँ, तो वेकेशन में क्या होता है ना, वेकेशन में भी बहुत सारे जजेस बैठते हैं. वेकेशन में ड्यूटी पे जो जजेस होते हैं बैठते हैं, बिकॉज बहुत सारे मैटर्स हो सकते हैं जिनको अर्जेंट हियरिंग रिक्वायर्ड है. उसी रूल का फ़ायदा उठाते हुए हम लोग आज यहाँ पे.
Hi CLAT aspirants, if you are a CLAT aspirant, I want you to wait for a minute before you continue watching for this video. I want to give you certain information which is for about 1.5 minutes, and I'm sure it will be really helpful for you. I want to talk about Unacademy. Unacademy has come up with a lot of courses and opportunities for the CLAT aspirants. It is not only a paid opportunity for you, but they are also giving free opportunities such as free quizzes, free mock tests, free sessions for all the CLAT aspirants. Just like recently, they conducted a session where they cleared all the doubts related to NLUs of all the CLAT aspirants. If you open the Unacademy app, you will be able to see the profiles of all the educators that are associated with Unacademy, who will teach you in case you purchase the Unacademy subscription for CLAT. These educators are so brilliant, so well qualified and experienced in their field. They are experienced at teaching, they are experienced at qualifying such examinations such as CLAT. So, I just want to let you know that many of the new batches are starting from the new year, from January 3rd and January 5th. If you have dreams to clear the DU LLB or dreams to become part of a national law university or any other recognized university which has the law program, then Unacademy is a golden opportunity for you. These courses are golden opportunities for you. You must check the link given in the description box below, and in case you decide to purchase any of the subscription, do not forget to use the code Vlawgish, because that's the only way you can get a 10% off on your purchase of the subscription. All the best to all the CLAT aspirants.
Many of you wanted to know what's the use of court elections, what's the use of bar associations, what's the use of bar council. You must know that I am right now sitting in the conference room of the Rohini court, and here a vaccination drive is being conducted since we have got vaccines in Delhi, and it's running every day. It has not stopped for even a day. It has both Covishield and Covaxin, and this is all done by the efforts of these councils only.
You just saw that I went to the court during vacation time. Ever wondered how old this practice is? Ever wondered that when was the first vacation period of the courts? It dates long back into the history. Even when we had British judges and the court system had just come into existence, the judges used to go for vacations. For long vacations, in fact. And that is being continued even till today. The Supreme Court has much more vacations. The Supreme Court and the High Court have much more vacations than the district courts or the lower courts, or what you call the trial courts. Now, there also used to be urgent sittings during the vacations even earlier. Do you remember that Indira Gandhi was accused of malpractice during elections, and even later she was convicted of those malpractices by the Allahabad High Court? If I remember the name correctly, it was Justice Jagmohan Lal. When she was convicted by the Allahabad High Court, at that time the Supreme Court was on vacations. But the then Prime Minister, Srimati Indira Gandhi, she called the court for an urgent hearing. She requested the court for an urgent hearing. And Justice Krishna Iyer, the stalwart himself, was on the vacation bench at that time. He was the one who heard her case finally during the vacations only. Next instance that I remember today, it is a recent instance where a 6-day hearing was held during the vacations by the Supreme Court. The CJI himself, the then CJI himself, was a part of the bench. Justice Kehar. The triple talaq case, the case in which triple talaq was declared as bad in law. So these were a few cases that were discussed, that were listened to at length, arguments were made, and even the judgments were delivered during the vacations. So now you must stop wondering if courts also function during the vacations. Those of you who think that why these judges need vacation, they already have a lot of free time because their day ends at 4 or around 5 in the evening, and after that they can go for their own leisure time and spend time with their family. I think you're a bit wrong here. What you see is that judges work in the courts from 10 a.m. to 4 or 5 p.m. But where do these long judgments, these long orders, these pieces of great writing come from? They spare their time out to study all the cases that are listed in their courts for the next day. They spare their time out to write those long judgments. They need some peace to think what the decision of the case should be. That is how they spend most of their times. Even when people are on judicial clerkship, or when people are doing their jobs as assisting honorable judges of the higher courts, they get to know what kind of work is required from the job of a judge who's doing his work very nicely. But remember the fact that judges are also human beings. Though I agree that there is a pendency of cases, a lot of cases are pending, but most of the judges are working most of the times. From the time they become a judge until the time they retire, they do a lot of work, So there is no bar bench rivalry here. I know I belong to the bar and not to the bench, but I have a lot of respect for all the people who are hardworking, no matter what field they belong to. Even advocates, they get really busy working even during the vacation time for cases that are listed for urgent hearings, for cases that are scheduled after the vacations, for research work, for client meetings. So all of us are working really hard, and it's really bad to question anybody on that purpose. Just wanted to let you know about those two cases where vacation bench heard cases that are considered remarkable in the history of law.